Hi, and very welcome to this video. My name is Mia Isaksson, and everything I'm talking about here is only my own opinions, and there is no one size fits all in the world, so you can just take whatever you like from what I'm saying and just skip the rest. I have been talking a lot about negativity and positivity, and today I would like to talk about what to do when we really feel bad, when life is shit, when you're really low, and yeah, we have all been there. Like life is like a roller coaster, and the first thing I want to talk about is something that you might not really like, and it's about confronting, like walking towards what is not feeling good instead of trying to escape it. And our instincts tells us normally that this is not good, so I try to run away from it. It can be a memory, an emotion, anxiety, something that doesn't feel good, something you think about yourself, um, anything that makes you feel low and down and bad. And it's also very common that people around us, they tap our backs, they try to encourage us to, oh, it's not so bad and you will forget about it, and they try to make us avoid it. They want to comfort us, of course, and it's a nice thing, but sometimes, not always, but sometimes it can be beneficial to, instead of escaping and running away from what is making you feel bad, maybe you should just turn around and go against it and really dig deep into it and really listen. What is it? To analyze it, to get detailed, to really deep dive into what is it. Because very often it's like when you were a kid and you have had ghosts under your bed or in the wardrobe, or I don't know where they were. If you turn on the light, they disappear. And very often it can be the same thing when you really move towards what is bothering you and really put the flashlight on it to see it, to make it clear. And I will go deeper into this in another video. And in case you want to do that and you feel not totally comfortable doing it yourself, you can always find someone to guide you, to support you, to go there with you. And that's what I am doing as a coach, and there are many out there. Just make sure there is a nice one, and it can be a good idea if you're really feeling low and bad to have somebody to walk with you there so that you don't go there totally alone. And this does not mean that everything, as soon as you have something that is not perfect, it has to be something big that you need to dig down in your inner dirt to find, and you need to go through your bad childhood again, and uh, very often it's the opposite. But it's good to know that sometimes if there is something that is coming repeatedly, maybe it's good to have a deeper look into it. But very often we can find solutions to ourselves feeling bad in a more light way. And one thing to always start with is to have a look at your self and how are you feeding yourself. And if we start with food, it's very often that we need a detox because we are eating a lot of bad stuff, and we have a tendency that when we're not feeling good, some stop to eat at all, but which is also not good because then you don't get the nutrition, and some wants to eat a lot of bad food like processed food or candy or chips or fast food, junk food, and drink a lot of stuff that is not good for you. It can be sodas, and it can be alcohol and sweets and whatever. So start to ask yourself, is it that I'm not getting enough good energy from what I'm putting into my body? And if you are very, your system is very toxic and you don't have vitamins enough, and then you can feel depressed. You can start to feel very low. So that's one area where it's very good to have a look. Do I give my body what it really needs to be a happy body? I will just go briefly into my little list today, and then I will make more videos to go deeper into each topic. And another thing that is very good to have a look at is, how do you treat your physical body? Do you do any kind of exercise? And is it exercise that really benefits you? Sometimes we use physical exercises to escape, which can be good. If you feel a lot of anxiety and stress, and then running fast until you're really tired, or go to the gym to really get this out of your body, to clean your system, which can be as a detox as well. Just make sure that you enjoy to use your body, to enjoy the movements that you're doing. So it's not only like running away from yourself, escaping from yourself, and try to see it as something that you give to your body with love. And there is where I like yoga very much. And yoga is a lot about breathing techniques, and breathing is also a detox, where when you really start to breathe deep, you clean your body. And it's also very often helps you to calm down. So doing soft yoga, nice yoga, exercises that is really nice to yourself, that you're not only pushing yourself hard, pushing yourself to the limit, which again can be beneficial. But have a look, is it that your body maybe need different kinds of exercises? Is it that you feel bad and then you go to the gym and then you have pain in your body for 2 months, so you can't move anymore? Then that's not a good idea. So really ask yourself, is the physical activity that I am doing, is it really good for me? Or could it be possible to do some changes? Maybe just walking in the forest, in the nature, wherever, whatever kind of nature you have around. Uh, do you need something else? Is there anything that you could change to the better according to this area? Another thing that is good to have a look at is how toxic is your environment. And it can be maybe you are together with the wrong kind of people that doesn't make you feel better. Maybe we call it in Swedish, at least we call it like energy thieves. They take all the energy, and they want to be like the best ones, or they want to have all the attention, and maybe they make you feel less to make them feel better. There are very many different ways that people around you can steal your energy and make you feel not as good as you could. So just have a look at the people you surround yourself with, uh, the environment. Maybe you are a little bit lazy, and very often when you get a little bit low, you don't feel for cleaning your house. Maybe you lose the how do you say, maybe you don't want to take care of yourself. Maybe you don't want to take the shower. Maybe you don't want to have the haircut. So if you know that you go into that side, maybe have a look and see if I clear my environment a little bit, if I clean my house, maybe if I organize my wardrobe, maybe I can feel a little bit better. Some of us are the opposite. They go totally crazy when they don't feel in harmony. They clean everything. They want everything spotless, and you can say sometimes like uh, to balance your really messy inside, you want it perfectly spotless outside. So just have a look. Is it that you are extreme in any way, and do you know that this helps? And even if it's like a behavior to balance, to help, if it helps to clean the house and your anxiety gets better, why not using it? And if you know that not doing it makes you feel better, maybe you just want to get away from everything, have a break, and go out in the nature. So just ask yourself, uh, in what way can I make my environment less toxic for myself? Another thing is television, media. What are you looking at? The news, we know they are totally toxic, and a lot of social media is also full of negative stuff. And make sure you're not just taking in a lot of things that is not good for you, and ask yourself, is this really making me feel better? If it's not, maybe you can change it to something else. Just just check. Sometimes you are always your own toxic environment, and I will link to a video about that as well. Uh, you are your own environment, and what you are saying to yourself can be very toxic. So just listen. What is it that you're telling yourself? That you're not good enough, you're not beautiful enough, you're not old enough, or young enough, or whatever. Uh, just check in and see. And here as well, if you have a lot of negative voices telling you bad stuff, you might need someone to guide you, to coach you, someone to talk to, so that you can see why are you doing this and how to change it. The opposite side of that is gratitude. Can you focus on gratitude? Uh, they this common thing we say that focus. Do you focus on that the cup is half empty or is your cup half full? And it's a big difference. To see everything that you lack, to see everything that you don't have, to focus on all the negative stuff in your life? Or can you feel gratitude to all the things that you actually have? And we have the tendency, which can be a good thing, to we want to achieve what we don't have, which can be the motor for us to strive for something and really work for something. But it can also be that we are never happy. And if we only focus on what we not have and what is bad in our life, then of course we will not feel very happy. And in every life, it doesn't matter even if some lives can look very marvelous from the outside. If you look a little bit closer, I can promise you that every life has ups and downs. And even when it's from one perspective, it looks like, oh, this person has the cup full, but from their perspective, there is always something that they lack, and there's always something that they are not happy with, and things they want to change. So try to feel gratitude for everything that you actually have. Try to write a list down with small things, and just that I'm thinking, I'm talking, I can move, I have a body, I can be present, I can look at beautiful things, I can listen to the birds, I can smell flowers, I can taste nice food or a cup of coffee, or just small things that you are able to enjoy, and try to see what you actually have. And in every life, I'm sure that you can see that your life is better than many other people's life, and there are always things that you are proud of, and there are very many people which life you don't want to have. So try to focus on what is good in your life, what is good with yourself, and focus on gratitude. Another good idea when you are feeling low is to ask yourself, have you been taking care of your inner child? And as I see it, we, even as grown ups, we have still this little child within us, and this child needs to be loved, to be embraced, to have the feeling of being taken care of. And how can we take care of our inner child? That's a question that you need to ask your inner child, because we all need different things. Maybe you need to have a nice massage. Maybe you need hot chocolate. Maybe you need to go to a friend, or maybe a parent. If you have nice parents, maybe you need them to embrace you. Or if you don't have parents, or if you don't have a good relationship with them, then you can be your own parent. You can embrace yourself. You can embrace your own inner child because now you are a grown up. So even if this child didn't get what it needed when it was little, now you are old enough to start giving this child the things that it really needs. And sometimes as a kid, maybe you need to spoil it a little bit, maybe you need to spoil yourself a little bit. Just make sure that you are aware of what you are doing. If you want, if your inner child wants to eat chocolate the whole day, maybe a good parent need to say, okay, only chocolate on Saturdays, or not too much, only a small piece, because we don't want to destroy the child. We need to be a good adult and put some limits, but really make sure that your inner child is happy, that your inner child feel loved. And here as well, it could be nice to have a session with someone to really make space for your inner child to express itself, and really put into words what it needs, and if it's hurt, or whatever your child needs and want and have been through. It's always good to be aware and to have a good relationship with your inner child, like between that you can be your grown up and you can be your inner child, and they can really work together, can create a very good harmony and make you feel safe and loved, and that will make you feel better. It's a lot of talk about mindfulness, and I would like to put a slash heartfulness, because if you're too much in your mind, you it is in the mind where all anxiety and negativity actually is created. So if you are mindful, if you are present in the moment, if you are heartful, that you really you are there with the whole you, with your heart, the ghosts will go away, because the ghosts doesn't live really in the present. Ghosts are from the past or from the future. It's it is things that are haunting you from the past, and you repeat it in your mind, or it's anxiety because of the future. This might happen, this might not happen. So the more you can be mindful and heartful and present in the now, here and now, the more easy it is to get away from whatever puts you in a bad mood. Next thing I will talk about is reward system and systems. We very many of us, we have them. We might have a lot of them. We might have them to a little bit to the extreme, and it's good to be aware. And if you are using rewards in a destructive way, uh, you might need to have a look into that, which you also can need somebody to talk to about it. But we can also use it in a positive way, and as long as we know what we are doing, and we can see that this is beneficial for us, and even if it's just beneficial for a moment, maybe not in the long run, uh, you might need to give yourself some rewards to get up from the low low place you are in. It's the same with if you are in a very, very deep depression, maybe it could be good to have some chemicals, which I don't recommend normally. But if you are so deep down that you really just need something to change this, so you can choose something that you know this is not the solution in the end, but maybe this is a tool to just help you change the direction, to start to go upward instead of more downward. And sometimes even spoiling yourself with a glass of wine, or eat some chocolate, or whatever it is that you reward yourself with, even if you know this is not really good uh, for the body, which I talked about earlier, that eating shit and drinking shit is not really good. But sometimes when we feel really bad, maybe this is the way to just get out of the mood we are in. So if you can do it in a in a in a conscious way, and try to be mindful, because what can be a, a reaction if you feel bad, you eat like a kilo of chocolate, or you drink 2 bottles of wine, or you do something to the extreme. So if you want to reward yourself with something that you know this is not really the best I could give myself, but I think I need it now, try to do it in a mindful and conscious way. And this will also make you aware of if you have patterns that you might need to work with in the future. You will be more aware of them. And even if this, of course, when you feel low, it's not the right time to stop and change your behaviors. But if you are aware and you take a conscious decision that I will do this now because I need it now, but this will make you aware so that you can start to work with those things in the future. So it's not always wrong to reward yourself to make yourself feel better. A little warning here is that your ego is very good to at creating chaos, to give you an excuse to reward yourself, or not doing what you really think is, or you know is good for you. One example is when I smoked before, and I think I tried like 25 times to quit smoking, and I found myself, my ego was, when I stopped smoking, my ego was creating a lot of conflicts. I had conflicts. I started to fight with my partner. I started to fight with relatives. I started like arguments with the neighbors, and all those times my ego told me that, oh, but you can't quit smoking when you have problems in your relationship. This is not the right moment to do it. Or now it's so much chaos with the neighbors. It's not the right moment. I need to continue smoking. So the ego can easily create situations so that you can excuse to continue with bad behavior. So that's just something to be a little bit aware of. And last, in this video, is try to do something that you like. Do something that makes you happy. Do something that that you enjoy. so that you can forget about that you're not feeling good. And this, of course, you can see it as a way to escape, but when you really feel low, escape from feeling low could be a good idea. And if you can do it by doing something that you really like, um, go out in nature, have fun with some friends. If you're more an introvert person, read a book, look at a movie, make sure it's a movie that is good for you. Maybe you shouldn't look at some movie where people all only killing each other or have a lot of problems. Try to find a feel good movie. There are very many ways that you can escape into something good. You can use music, painting, dancing, singing, walking in the nature, working in the garden, drive a car, a motorcycle, ride a horse. I use crystals, tarot cards, things that put my mind into something else, put my attention into something else. And this is also things that give me good energy back. So even if I'm low and I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, but if I force myself to do something at least to switch from this negative state of mind that I'm in. So actually, whatever that can take you away from there, anything that is positive, anything that will make you feel a little bit better is a good thing. So that's about it for today. It's already half an hour video, and I still haven't got very deep into all these different topics. And if you're interested in anything, please write a comment, and I can do a more deep dive into these things. And I hope it can help you a little bit. And if you're really feeling low and bad, don't hesitate to find someone to talk to. And if you need my help whatsoever, you can email me on spainriding.com. Spain riding in one word.com. Take care of yourself, and I hope to see you soon again. Bye bye.